What have you learned since that first experience trying to hire someone? What do you do now to convince people to get on board?
Well, as you said, that the further you are in business, like once you have this podcast, people's like, oh, now you have it. So now it's not just idea, you already have it. So once we had like 4 locations, people like, oh, it's a company. And then we had 12 locations, like, oh, this is just hockey stick, the beginning of the hockey stick trajectory, and this is the time to jump in. And you just get more entrepreneurial people that are willing to take the risk of the company, but also you offer higher salary. This is why it's so difficult for small companies to compete, is that you normally will pay higher salary or give some other benefits to the person, or take the person that would not get a job at a bigger company, right? And then you slowly start to build your business to the point where there are more followers, there are more people that actually believe that it's real. On our whiteboard, we had world's largest signing company in like drones since maybe 2020.
It sounded like a joke before, and now
It sounded like a joke, and now we're second largest renovation company
in Canada.
in the world.
Oh, wow.
Right now, when I share our results with people, they really want to work with us because they want to be part of the company, part of the success. It's much easier to attract great people when you're very successful. I think your first business is a first experience. The level of difficulty is impossible. And then it gets easier and easier and easier. I was at the event with Brian Scudamore when he explained that building your first million takes forever, extremely difficult. First 10 million, also very difficult, but it's just more about system and just scaling. First 100 million, you get to the point where you have a decent team in place, and now you only do 1 or 2 or 3 things, and that's it. So it's actually easier. And then billion is even easier than 100 million.
And what I find interesting, Alex, is that things don't get easier, but having done that before many times is what makes it easier. Jim Rohn, he says that you should not pray for life to be easier. You should pray for getting stronger, right? So that you can do all the difficult things. So what was the most difficult problem that you had to solve in order to finally have Ideal Siding take off?
I think when we broke into US market, we didn't realize that launching US locations, we need to start from scratch. We had 12 locations in Canada at that time, and we thought 12, we were like, we know how to do it. We already have 12. We have a proof of concept. So if anyone from Canada is applying, it's so easy to sell them. It was like, hey, we have 12, call them. And if you want to build 13th, here you go.
Your lucky number, 13.
Yeah. In States, people were like, so how many do you have in States? 0. Okay. Call us back when you have success in States. So even though we speak the same language and it's, geographically very, very close, candidates in States wanted us to have success in States.
Like when you come to Canada, everybody wants the Canadian experiences.
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we built test location in Seattle. So I just drove there with our franchisee from here. We just partnered and opened the company and started just...
You went to Seattle just to build the first thing to prove that, hey, this is how it works.
Yeah, we spent $50,000 on advertising before getting any traction whatsoever. And on advertising and also hiring a person, because, we both live here, and the idea was that we'll hire local team and they will run the business.
You and your partner.
Yeah.
So do you have a business partner for Ideal Siding, or are you talking about a partner with that location?
With that location, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know what we did in Vancouver. I would probably throw a towel. Like, it was November, December, dark, rainy, Seattle. We were paying Airbnb, rates, and clients would not want to work with us. 'Cause, like, new company, And we would tell them like, oh, but in Vancouver we have this successful company, so the material is the same, installation is very similar. So we're good. And they're like, no. Seattle is an extremely competitive market comparing to Vancouver. It took us more than a year to get to the point where we started having traction. And if I didn't have this idea of building, hundreds of locations, I would probably not go through with it. That was difficult.
How much money did you invest until you've started seeing some real results?
In Seattle,
Yeah.
probably over 100,000, not including our time, because we didn't pay anything ourselves. And mostly the business partner that I have there, he mostly investing time. Then it picked up and it got much better, but we didn't expect that going from Canadian market to US market would be so difficult.
So you got this first location that opened doors. Did it solve that problem after that?
It wasn't an official franchise. It was just a siding company that we would open as investors. Just see how difficult or what's different comparing to Vancouver. First official location was San Antonio. This is where we got franchisees that launched it. Then we launched Houston. Then we launched Dallas. Then we launched Denver. So kind of step by step, we started launching locations. But it was easier that we would say, well, we started Seattle. It's still, a battle, but this is how we did this. This is how we solved this. This is how we solved that. The most important thing was that we knew that which parts are different in stage and which are the same in terms of construction technology, materials, suppliers, and we could relate much better with those people that are starting in the States. And then over years, we got to build good relationship with those suppliers and manufacturers. But the first year was, again, I would qualify it as impossible, like in terms of difficulty level.